Hi, Erin. Okay, yay! I'm so super excited for you. So this is what your makeup will look like. And so I did put the powders on the bottom and the creams on the top. And then your perfector sponge. And then the B2 squared brush, Buffy brush, Know Your Angles brush, and then the eyeshadow everything brush. So I am just going to show you one way to do your makeup. You are going to find what is best for you and what works for you and what you love the most. So let's start off with eyeshadow. I do like to put my eyeshadow on first just in case I have any fallout. I can clean that up before I do my face makeup. So I love this cupcake color. We have cupcake, basic, and trust. And so I like to just take the fluffy end of my brush and wiggle it in the cupcake. And then you can give a little tap if you want. And I like to put that all over. This is such a good base color for anything. You can take it all the way up to your eyebrow if you want and put colors on top of it. I absolutely love this color. I use it a lot. In case you can't tell. And so I do it just like that. And then now I'm going to go into basic. And again, I just give it a little wiggle. And then I take this in the crease. Just like that. So this is how I would probably do my makeup at 6:15 in the morning to go to work. I would probably just use those two colors. Trust is the one that I use on my eyebrows and that we picked to use on your eyebrows. So if you wanted to do a little bit more defined look, I still use that dome ended. And then just kind of tap that right on the edge. Give it some swirls. You can take it up. Just like that. Adds a little bit of definition on the edge there. So just tap, pat, push, swirl, whatever you like. I take it up a little bit higher. So with your eyeshadow brush, if you come down on the brush a little bit, it just kind of lightens the pressure and lets the brush do the work for you. Instead of being like closer to the ends, you just don't get that nice blended look that you would like. So there's that. I'm just kind of blending it in. I use these three colors a lot. I'm going to go ahead and go to the Know Your Angles brush because I go right in here to this trust. And then this is where we kind of talked about that little trick of just putting that line on the bottom, lining out your eyebrows, and then going and flicking up to blend it in. So sometimes I do get my line a little harsh right there and I just use my finger and kind of blend it out a little bit. And then now I spin it around and just use that brush to brush it out. I have this great little bare space right there, if you can see it, that likes to show itself. So just right underneath that eyebrow and then flick up. Okay, now that bare spot is driving me crazy. Just gonna go color right in on it. There we go. Okay, perfect. Then you can take the same brush and go into that trust color. And then I like to just pull my eye out and do a little bit of eyeliner with it. Good. Okay. Yay. And then we'll go back to under eye. I'm going to show you a little tip with the under eye at the very end. Okay, so you're gonna find your favorite way to put your face makeup on. So don't forget, you want your sponge like wet, get it under the water, squeeze it, under the water, squeeze it, under the water, squeeze it, like really let it grow, and then take it in a towel and squeeze all that extra moisture out. And so your all over color, I have, this is just the way that I set it up. You can do it any way you want, but you have linen, white peach, plum, Hollywood, Bella bronzer, and then olive contour. And so I'll probably even do my face like different on each side just to show you some different techniques. So I really like this small end of the B2 squared brush to put my foundation on. And so yours will be the color white peach. And I just kind of tap it and spread it around. Little bit kind of goes a long way. I'm only going to do half my face like this because I'm going to do the other half differently. To as heavy as your liking, whatever you want. Oh, I'm so sorry. You have the under eye color corrector that we were using Plum for. So what you'll do, I would recommend using your finger and just kind of putting it right under the eye where you want it, as light or as heavy as you want it, and then take your perfector sponge and sponge it out, and then put your foundation color on top of it. Like that. Okay. So depending on the look that I'm going for, most of the time I put my foundation on all over, but you don't have to do it that way because the contour gives coverage too. So I'm going to show you that. So I put the foundation on this side of my face, and then now I'm going to, like if I was really in a hurry, or I could do all my makeup with one brush. So I'm just gonna kind of show you about that. So I'm going to tap the Buffy brush. I am using the bigger end into my contour color. So whether you have foundation, I don't have foundation on this side, and I do on this side. Either way, you're gonna wanna just put that contour color all along your forehead there and just kind of blend it into your hairline. Then kind of here, and just blend that down your neck. Okay, so either way, you're gonna do your contour if you have foundation on or if you don't have foundation on. Just kind of depends on your placement and how much time you have, honestly. And so you will find what you like the best. I'm still gonna use that bigger end to put my contour on. And so on this side was the side that we didn't put the foundation on. And so I just like to, you can tap, push, press, drag, again, light-handed. We don't want to push too hard, but this is that push-up bra for the cheek. So we're just gonna get that going right under that cheekbone. And you don't want to pull it in farther than your smile line, and then just to the corner of your eye there. So just like that. And then this is where if you wanted to, you could use this brush. You don't even have to clean your brushes in between use, but you could use this brush to kind of get that foundation on. Just making sure I use the right color. So if you, like this is the side that I didn't put my foundation on first. I put my contour on first. And so now you would just put your foundation around it. I'm just using this brush to show you that you could do all of your makeup with one brush. You could do it with this brush. Put your foundation on. You could even put your contour on with maybe like the side of it, or squeeze it like this just to kind of get that line where you want it. But then blend that contour line in there. I mean, this makeup is so easy. And I love both of these brushes. If I had to pick a favorite, I think I would probably pick this one, but totally up to you. Okay, so we have the contour on. I showed you different ways of putting your foundation on. Now we're going to go to the bronzer. And so a couple different ways to get your bronzer on too. Like I said, I like to, this is where I would perfector sponge. And so sometimes I like to just put that on the butt of my perfector sponge and just kind of, I want to really show you here. Press it all over. And you have the best definition. I mean, it's just like it warms you up a little bit. And so I put it on the highs of my cheeks, my forehead, kind of where the sun, I don't know, I like to put my bronzer on all over because I absolutely love bronzer, but just kind of where the sun would hit on the high points of your face. I take it down my neck. Oh, and this is a good brush too, that fluffy end. I like to use it, and I just kind of take it all down like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go to the powder, the setting powder right here. Couple different ways to get your setting powder on. You can use this side of the brush and just kind of press it right underneath here. I'm going to switch it up on you a little bit. I'm going to go back to that linen color. So this is what I was kind of showing you that I don't do every day, but I like the option of doing it. So this is when I do like to use the small end of the Buffy brush. And this one will probably last you a long time. It lasts me a long time. But I just kind of press it because a little bit goes a long way. I just like tap it in that color there. And so, and I haven't put my blush on yet. I haven't done any of that. I just want to brighten. So I'm just going to kind of take this and I'm like out to the side of my nose here a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of push that under my eye, all under my nose, and kind of up this way. So you can see how that really just brightens up my face a little bit. And we can do this side. And then you can even kind of go right here, down your nose. This is called the triangle of light. You can see it just kind of brings the focal point into high cheekbones and your eyes. Just kind of makes things pop a little bit. Okay, then you can perfector sponge that back out if you want. Okay, and then no matter what you do, if you did use that linen or you didn't use the linen, I'm gonna go back to the powder now, because that can, like we kind of talked about how it got a little creasy under our eyes there. Just making sure that you get right up underneath there and perfector sponge that out. You can also set it. So you can use your perfector sponge, see there? And then just kind of press and tap that right underneath your eyes where you like it, or back to the brush that I originally put it on with. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the Hollywood, and then don't forget your color corrector plum. These are both lip and cheeks, so you could use them eyeshadow. I mean, multiple uses for them. And then so many ways. You can use the big side of the Buffy brush. You can use the small side or the big side to put your blush on. It just kind of depends on what you want that day. I have been liking using the big side of the Buffy brush, and we're gonna go right into that Hollywood. You can see my pink on there, and then I'm just going to tap that on my cheekbones where I want it. You can take it up a little bit. I'm gonna back up off my brush so that I wasn't pushing so hard. I'm gonna come in a little bit closer so you can see. Or, like we talked about, if you get a little too high up underneath your eye, you can just come right back in and be like, oop, got that a little high, and kind of bring it back down a little bit. Or you can blend it blend it out if you get a little too much with the bigger side. Oh, there's so many ways, but whatever you like the best. Okay, last thing was the glamazing. So something, I was thinking about you while I was at work today because we were kind of talking about the best way to get that on. So I had an idea. I haven't ever done this before. I'm cleaning out, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm cleaning out the fluffy end of the eyeshadow everything brush. So I'm just getting all of that dark eyeshadow out of there really fast. It's not wet. I'm just kind of getting it on the towel because I had an idea of if we took the end of this brush and put it in here, because we were talking about this is so pigmented, I think that that would work to just kind of get your illuminator on there with a brush. Try many things. Try whatever you like. It's just something I thought of at work today. So pretty. I'm going to use the bigger side of this brush just to kind of blend it out. Okay, so what's so fun, I'm going to go back to the eyes really quick because I'm going to use a couple of these colors under my eyes. So I like to go to that basic color. And so now I have flipped my brush around to the small end, and I'm going to take this right underneath my eye. You can see just like the definition that it gives under my eye. I really like that. And a little bit, just tapping it right in there and then going like this. Okay, and then, so now I just took that on my towel really quick, and I'm gonna go back into the illuminator, and I'm just gonna kind of go underneath my eyebrow here, just to add a little definition in there. Okay, and then I'm even going to take a little bit right here in the corner of my eye, just to kind of add a little pop right in that corner. Okay, perfect. And then add your mascara, whichever mascara that you like. But I hope that that's helpful. And yes, you can put those colors on your lips, those blush colors, whatever you want. But once you get it, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I will come over, help you, whatever you need. But I hope that you love it, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye.